Hello and welcome to Little Workroom Crafts. My name is Davina and I live in the southeast coast of the UK. Today is Monday the 17th of January 2022 and this is episode number 93. Gosh, they're going up. And anywhere you can find me is down in the description box, and also anything that I mentioned today is down in the description box. Today is a beautiful sunny day. I woke up to a lovely frost this morning, so we've got a little bit of a chill in the air, which is just the way I like it. And yeah, so I've been out, been to the post office, now here, and then do this, and then this afternoon go up here and do some work because I've got lots to do. Okay then, right, so I'm going to hop right in this week because there's a lot to talk about and some things to show as well. So we have knitting this week. I have a finished object, I have a new cast on, and I just want to show you the progress of my mitered blanket because it's growing. I think I'm on my 4th row now, so I'm still sticking with a square a day, so which is good. Also within that section I have a question to answer about some socks, and also I'm going to show you I won a giveaway on Instagram. I can't believe it. So I'm going to show you that. Also we have and what have you been up to, and wow, that's all I'm going to say about that. It is absolutely amazing, so I will show you that. We also have a book review because last night I finished reading my Agatha Christie or her Murder on the Orient Express, and yeah, so I'm just gonna give you a little bit of what I think of it on that. And also I did find a book in the charity shop, and it's all your fault because even though I'm on a no spend, you all did say I'm allowed to go in charity shops. So it's your fault. And then right at the end, as always, because I had a little update in my Etsy shop on Friday with the cross stitch bags. I did update 6 and there's 4 in there, so I will show you what they're like, you know, on the screen, because I know some of you like to see them on the screen. And also I have a question as well from a lady from Tasmania about dumpies. What are dumpies? So I'm going to show you all about that as well. Okay then, right, so because there's a lot to do, let's just go right in there, shall we? I think we better. Okay, first of all, the FO. I finished my Hope socks. I absolutely love them. I really do. These this yarn was gifted to me by the lovely Zila, who got it for me, who went to Yarndale last year. Oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. Oh, I love them, love them to bits. The heel toes and the cuffs, that yarn was gifted to me from my lovely friends Judith, Susan and Paul. That is a West Yorkshire, no it's not. Good start. It is a West Green loft. I made the first word right, didn't I? West Green loft, and it was a mini set. And I have actually, yeah, I showed those. I knit a pair of socks with the actual sets. These I did with the heel toes and cuffs, and then I've also been putting some bits, the little bits that are left in my memory blanket. But oh, I love these to bits. Absolutely love them to bits. Another pair of socks done. So they got put on the hashtag, oh, and I've forgotten it already. Maker's Dozen 2022, because yet again it's another finish. So my jumper was a finish because they do include whips, so I've put that on the hashtag, and these on the hashtag because these actually, I will say, were my Christmas Eve cast on. So there's that finished. And as you all know, I was eager to start the Christine Perry's free pattern socks, the mosaic socks. Christine, you are an angel. You've done it again. I love Christine's patterns. As I know for a fact, if it weren't through Christine and the way that she do her socks, I would not be knitting socks today. I had tried for years to knit socks. I'd even gone on YouTube, because we've been left-handed, to see if I could do it left-handed. No, couldn't pick it up at all. And then I come across Christine, and I see, because I was trying to do the DPN, I automatically thought that socks had to be done on DPNs. And then I got her first book, which I would recommend to anybody, because there's pictures and there's also how to knit socks on mini circulars, DPNs and magic loop. It's in there and all of them. And I just happened to find that I'd try with the mini circulars, and and then I've been knitting socks for years. So Christine, thank you, you've done it again. Then I had the privilege of meeting her when I went to Yarndale, and I brought her second book, and she is a lovely lady to talk to. Oh my gosh, I just can't praise her enough. I really can't. So what I've decided to do, which seems to be working at the moment, because as you know, I had to stop with the mini circulars because my thumb was playing me up. But I was knitting on 20 centimetres, 8 inches mini circulars, which are very, very tiny. And so my thumb, you know, was really playing me up. And then I went through my needles and I had, no, not hires. No, not Addies, because they're my favourites. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to look on what they are. Chargoos. I had Chargoos 9-inch. And last year I did try to knit the cable socks from the 2020 knit vent. I think, yeah, it was the 2020. I'm sure it was knit vent. And I just couldn't do it on the DPNs. I just tried and tried and tried and tried. So I've come up with the conclusion is that I can knit vanilla socks on my DPNs, but pattern socks, I just can't seem to get it there at the moment. So I thought, well, what I'll try and do, because obviously the mosaic socks are a more patterned sock, I'm going to try and do them on the 9-inch. It's working fine. My thumb is absolutely fine. So I think the circumference of the 8-inch was just a little bit too much, a little bit too small for me. Then the worry came about the Chargoos, because they are a little bit more pointy, ain't they? And because I did try hires and they just put holes in my fingers and I couldn't work that out at all. That's why I always go with the Addies. But, oh my gosh, I don't know why I have these brainwaves every now and again. So in my advent from Teresa, my lovely friend Teresa, see you soon, I went and she got me some a couple of tins of hand balms. So what I've been doing is, because I always have to cream my hands, because anybody out there would know, like, you know, fabrics, yarns, anything like that, that just soaks the moisture out of your hands. So you do need, you know, I do personally need to really, you know, thingy. But what I've been doing for the past couple of nights is it's actually quite interesting, is I've just got the finger, because I'm a stabber, you see. I actually knit, is it English way? I stab. And I've just been get this finger and then rubbing it on one of the balms, the hand balms, and then knit. I have no pain. There's no mark on there at all. So obviously it's protecting my finger while I'm knitting. So give it a go. It's working for me. So give it a go. Anyway, let's get on to these socks. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. I'll show you the pattern. As I said, it is a free pattern from the lovely Christine Perry, which is Win Wit Mum. Also, she has a YouTube channel which show you as well where you can you know, how you can knit socks and everything. But this is amazing. It is the Easy Mosaic socks, and look at them. I've been seeing some of them pop up and they're just amazing. So the yarn I decided to use, obviously from Stash, is, and I did, oh, hang on a second, because obviously I had to enter it in my journal. And I have got to put the label in, so I can do that actually in a minute while I've finished. Right, so that's my label. I am using the Zigzag from King Cole, which is obviously socks. It's a 75/25 and it's the colour Frappuccino. So as you see, I have written all the details of it in my journal. I will be putting my label in there in a bit and a little bit of a sample. I am going to say I have made a bit of a change, so I will talk about that. So this, I've kept this one. This is, let me just draw those curtains, hang on. So I can show you the colours. Oh, that's better, right. Oh, that's better, yeah. So I kept this little bit that I didn't cake up. And this actually is the colours, very autumnal. And all on bottom with it is a plain skein that's undyed, which I had up there in my stash. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. As you know, I knit 2 at a time. So I do 2 cuffs, 2 legs, 2 heels, 2 gussets, and so on. Last night, I actually managed to finish the legs off, put in the gussets and the heels, and now I have started on, no I haven't, I tell a lie, not gussets, put in the heel and the heel turn, and I have got to the stage where I am doing one gusset now. Okay, let's show you, because obviously it's mosaic, you only have one colour at a time, and these are mine. I am just loving them. And then on the bottom you have plain at the bottom, stripes at the bottom of the foot, and then you have the mosaic going right down like that. As I said before, I am doing like my medium socks, because I've got a lot of longer ones and I need to do some like a couple of more of the mediums and some more shorties. But oh, I am just absolutely loving these. And the second one, as I said, I have got all picked up, ready to go to do the gusset when this is finished. Now, what I have done different, because this is how come I got onto knitting all my socks on 2.5 needles, because that's basically what Christine uses. So they were the ones that I automatically first brought. Now, for this pattern, it is 2.5, but obviously the mosaic can pull it in, can't it? It has got quite a good stretch to it, so I'm hoping it will go over me foot. And I'm thinking as well, because it's got plain at the bottom knit, that's going to stretch the foot out as well. And obviously there's no pattern on the heel, so I'm thinking it probably will be all right. But what I have done is, what I normally do with my socks is I knit 2.5, 60 stitches, and that's for a vanilla sock. But what I have done is, because with this mosaic, as I said, it pulls it in a little bit, even though you try and knit as loosely as possible. It's just the slip stitches basically and the yarn that goes behind, but it's very neat on the back. Very, very neat. So what I did, I cast on 60 stitches as always and did my cuffs. Then there is a little bit where you knit a couple of rows. Within those couple of rows on the first row, I increased 4 stitches to 64. So all this part, so from here down, is all 64 stitches on the 2.5. Because I know if I'd have done a 64 on a 2.5 on that cuff, it would have just been too big. Because I know that this size fits me fine. So I just gotta hope that it has got enough give on it. I think it has, to get over my foot. I can't see why not. But it's an amazing pattern. It's so addictive. It really, really is addictive. And easy. It literally is easy. You know, anybody could do it really. If you can knit a pair of socks, you can do this pattern. All you have to do is go over to her blog. As I say, it's a free pattern. She has got a cal, a knit along to go with it, but I'm not, doing that. As soon as I saw these, I just thought I've got to get them done. So I quickly got the Hope socks off the needles so I could cast these on. And then, because as I've said, let me show you, and this actually can go into the next part. Oh, I have 2 balls for each sock. So I had to cake up 250 grams of each, you see, to go towards each sock. And my rubber band on my wool wind-up went all stretchy and everything. My fault, but anyway. So I contacted the lovely Teresa and Gavin from Worx. Is it Worx? Where I am? Am I? There it is. Yarn Worx. here, and bless their hearts, they managed to get one for me. And I just want to quickly give them a mention, because I am hoping very soon to go over and visit them. I really am, because I have met them. They are a lovely couple, but they have actually, and I've not mentioned this on this channel, they have actually opened a bricks and mortar shop. So they're still online, you know, obviously still online, so don't think that, but they're actually in Hadley, I tell a lie, because there is an Ardley and there's an Hadley, so they're there. But yeah, that actually is a brick and mortar shop, and I am itching to go over and say hello and see them. So I'll let you know when I'm coming the area, so book kettle on, because I'll be bringing a friend with me, and we want a cup of tea. So yeah, definitely, if anybody's in this area, go say hello. Anyway, I'm digressing. So I got my my band, quickly got it on my yarn winder, and I was winding them up really quickly like this, and I had to get these on the needles. And I know what I'm going to be doing this evening. I'm just going to be knitting on my socks, because this is definitely not going to be the only pair. It really isn't. It is so much fun. But what I'm hoping to do is, because I've got some lighter yarn, which is more self-striped, which I think would, you know, because they are actually on the pattern for self-striped. And I think what I could do is, rather put on a cream, I put a darker plain, and just to see what it looked like. It's just a curiosity, really. But yeah, anybody, please have a go. Christine, thank you. You've done it again. You've done it again. I can't praise you enough. Right. Okay. So that's everything for that. Now, I have had a question from Julie from Tasmania. Last week, when I showed my little shop update, I said about dumpies, and she wanted to know what dumpies are. Well, my dumpies that I have got in my shop are basically, you get them as a pair, and because I knit my socks, as I say, there is a posh word for con something, but I can't remember. But yeah, 2 at a time, basically. You rather than the yarn coming all undone from the outside, you pop them in these, and these little dumpies are all lined. They stretch, and then these are the other ones for the other colour that I'm using. But even if I'm just using one colour, I will always have them in a little dumpy. So yeah, so they are what dumpies are, you see. They keep your little cakes. These are for 50-gram cakes. They keep the little cakes really nice in your project bag. There's no unravelling off the outside, and you just take the yarn from the middle. Also, there is what I call the 2-in-1. Now, there's lots of these as well. Now, these will hold a 100-gram ball of commercial yarn. Like if you do it like this, that will fit in there absolutely fine. That will go in there. But if you actually cake up a skein of yarn, for instance, and yet again, these are all lined, because this will hold a 100-gram cake of yarn. You just fold that over like so. So there's your 100-gram cake, or that is for your 100-gram ball. So that's why they're called the 2-in-1 dumpy. And these are the 2 dumpies sold as a pair. These are sold as singles. So I hope that answers your question. Julie, sorry. I hope that answers your question. But so yeah, these are basically the dumpies. I must admit, it was just, I was up here messing around one weekend, and it just happened. And I must admit, I wouldn't work now without them. When I did my jumper, I had all my balls in one of these. I will say, because obviously, you know, I had these because if these were the 2 that I was done right at the beginning, you know, the practice to make sure everything was all right. And because I was doing colour, you know, the mosaic, I didn't have another 2. And well, obviously there's plenty in the shop, but I ain't taking them out of the shop. So I quickly came up here yesterday and made myself a couple. Make it easier for me, because I didn't have them, and gosh, I could tell a difference that I wasn't using them. I really could. Okay then, right, so there's that. That's enough talk about those. My little notions pouch, all in there. Right, okay, so let's put you there. Right, now I do have another question. Now, is Marie. I have been doing a lot of thinking about this question, Marie. And basically, her son has got a size 14 feet. Wow. And obviously, buying a pair of socks is hard work. I don't think I've ever seen a pair of socks out there, you know, that for a size 14. And so she would like to start knitting him socks. So basically, because she remembered that I knitted my brother, who has got a big feet, a pair of socks. Now, I have got this out of my folder, and there is a thing on the bottom. So let's take this out of here. So if you want to screenshot this, Marie, you are more than welcome, and obviously go and print it off. But this is a chart. I'll hold it up for you so you can see the bottom of I know it's only go up to 12, but as I said in my reply, for 11 to 12 feet you cast on 72 stitches, so that'll be 11 to 12. So all it is 13, 14. It's only one more size up. So all you've got to do is cast on 76 stitches, because everything goes in 4s. Okay. And then it's got here the length of the foot. Like I said, is, you know, get a bit of cardboard and draw around your son's foot that way. Not that way, not the circumference, the length of the foot. Okay, with the heel and everything in. Now, if he's got big calves, for instance, I would do the 76 stitches. So you've got a little bit of a tight, hang on. Let me think this. Yeah. Perhaps if you did the 70, no, forget that bit. Right, what I would probably do is 72... 14, 76, isn't it? Yes, it is. Right, so I would cast on the 72 stitches for the cuff to make it that little bit tighter. But what I do with my socks, and I have mentioned this before, yet again, it's a Christine Perry method. I always cast on my socks, if you notice, they're nice and big at the top, with a 3mm needle. Okay, because I am a 2.5 knitter, so I go up to a 3mm. So if you're a 2.25 knitter, then go up to a 275. Cast on, knit the first row flat. Okay, so I always do it on DPNs. Then put them on the circulars or split it into the DPNs, and then go down to your normal size needle. But I did knit my brothers on a 2.5, so they have got a little bit more give. So that might be your option as well. So cast on the 72 stitches and then do what I've just said. Do your cuff. Then on the first row, increase up to the 76. Then knit what length you want, and then follow the method like you would. I don't know if you're a Christine Perry knitter. I really don't, unfortunately. But if not, go over to her blog, because she does have free patterns on there, just plain vanilla patterns, and then you can work out how many. Because obviously you halve that, don't you, for your heel, and then she will explain to you what you do with your heel turn, and then obviously the gusset, I just, whatever I pick up one side, I pick up the other side, and then take it down to the 76 stitches, and then get your bit of cardboard, and then because your heel will go up to here, because I've got a sock, what's it called, a foot wooden thing, yeah, socks thing. So put that up against there, and then just knit, and I normally do it 1.5 inches before the toe, and then do your toe as normal. But that is exactly how I did my brothers. It did work. It really did work. So I'm going to hold this up again, because you have got here childs, you've got adults, okay, and you know the actual adapted from chart. Ravelry and patterns library, Regier sock pattern, how to knit guide. Oh gosh, yeah. Right, so yeah, but that basically chart is very, very helpful. It really is for adding on and working out the length. But as I said, you know, everybody's length is different. I say I use my sock wooden thing, and my size 5 is fine, but I know with my friend Viv, her size 5, same size, you know, well, same shoe size as they say, but hers she had to adapt a little bit, you know, because that was a bit too, I can't remember if she said it was too long or too short. Well, anyway, you know, so definitely get a cardboard template of your son's foot. I really hope you can understand that. If not, leave me another message and I'll see if I can help you in any other way. But that is basically what I would do. Right then, okay, so there's that. Okay, just quickly, as I said earlier, I won a giveaway on Instagram, which I can't believe, from the Knitting Needle Lane. There they are. Okay, they are in, no, it doesn't say. Oh, but they are here in the UK anyway. They're online, and I'm sure they are a brick and mortar as well. But I won, so my favourite needles, a pair of Addy Lace 6mm, which is 150 centimetres. And I also won this beautiful skein of yarn, and it's a merino wash and polyamide, and let's have a look. Uruguay, it looks like. The Hands of Uruguay, yeah. Machine wash. I'm just seeing if it has got a colour name or anything. Pop, that's what it's called. So that's the actual label of the dyer. And 97 yards. So I'm reckoning it's a Aran. It's thicker than a DK, I know that. So I reckon it probably could be an Aran or a chunky. I don't know if it says actually. Recommended needle 6 to 8. So I'm saying it's a... Oh, we are proud members of the World Fair Trade Organization. So I'm reckoning it is a an Aran or a chunky. But look at the colours in that. Oh my gosh, absolutely lovely. So thank you so much. Thank you very much, Knitting Needle Lane, for the lovely giveaway. And I won one. Brilliant, brilliant. Right then, so we've got to quickly hop on because we were nearly at half an hour already. Oh, I haven't shown this, have I? Righty-ho. As you can see, I have slacked a bit on my memory blanket. I haven't been sewing in the ends because I've been so excited with my socks. I've just quickly been knitting in a square and leaving it, so I've got to have an afternoon of popping in all these in. But as I said, I am on the 4th row and it is growing. Oh, I'm loving this so much. Oh, it looks so nice. Oh dear. So yes, and there we go. Oh, I'm just loving this so much. I'm just picking up a little skein of yarn or a bit of yarn that I've got in my trolley by the side of me and just knitting away on my square and then getting the socks out afterwards. Okay then, right, so I've done that. We've done the giveaway, done that. Right, now we have, and what have you been up to? Okay then, right, of course, I've got to show this. Because the lovely Lady Jackie got in contact with me and said this, and I automatically turned around and went, oh, can I please show it on Monday's video? And yes, it is a pattern by my honey, my Stevie Westie, and it actually is the I knew I was going to, I had this in my head and I knew I was going to get it wrong, shawlography from last October. Now I'm going to pop the picture here for you. The colours are amazing, absolutely gorgeous. It's actually 6 foot long and 26 inches wide. And do you know what I mean? As I've always said, you can knit the top patterns, as I say, you know. It don't have to be in, you know, the hand-dyed yarns and that, because this is, some of the yarn in there is 4-ply Stylecraft special. You know what I mean? You can't see any difference at all, can you? You know what I mean? It is absolutely gorgeous. Jackie, beautiful. And I love the colours. Absolutely love them. So well done you. Well done you. Okay then, right. So quickly we have my book review. Last night I read the last page of Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express. I love Agatha Christie. Oh, I do love Agatha Christie. I used to read the Marples when I was at school. But yeah, Poirot. Oh, I think we all have seem to have a favourite Poirot, like we have a favourite Bond, don't we? Really, if you think about it. But I've seen all the, you know, the different films of this or the dramas of this, but I'd never read the book. And I thought, right, because when it comes to the one with David Suchet, because I do like him, and then the new one, the endings are slightly different but the same. It's really weird. And I wanted to see what actually Agatha wrote, basically. And oh my gosh, I would recommend this book. I would give it a 5-star. It is amazing. I couldn't put it down. And when you're actually reading it, you can actually hear the French accent and oh, it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, very, very clever lady is our Agatha, I will say. There is a little documentary on iPlayer at the moment, and I sat and watched it the other evening, and that was very interesting. And it's Agatha Christie, how she actually came about with and found Poirot, you know, and you know, started him off and all. Oh, it's brilliant. Anybody, you know, that is actually interested in her, go over and watch that, because that is really, really interesting. But yes, I'm looking forward to the new film that's coming out. Is it March, I think? They're doing, with the new Poirot, they're doing another film, so I'm looking forward to that. But highly, highly, highly recommend this book. So tonight, where is it? I've got it already here. I will be starting my Miss Read. But I will say, when I was actually in my charity shop, shopping, which I'm allowed to do because you said so, I found this. It's a cross-stitch book. It's not in English. It's actually in French, yes. And I can show you. But I thought, well, a chart is a chart. It doesn't actually give you any colourways anyway, any thread colours. So I'll just match like I always do with what I have in stash. Let's have a look. I'm trying to find, there was a bit here, I'm sure, where I could show you with no charts. Right, so in here is, I think that is gorgeous. And look at that alphabet. Bit of red work, chickens. There's those little houses. That is pretty. There's those, and I think one more. Oh no, that's it. So, you know, there is a lot in this little book. I just think that's so good. It's just lovely. And I think it was like 80p or something like that, or 50p. But yeah, so I had to pick that up because I hadn't seen anything like that before. What's it got written on there? Helen Wind. There you go. Called Country. So yes, I got that. So that will go in my stash. And also, because I'd watched the documentary with Agatha Christie and Poirot, was it the night before or the night before that? There is authors now that are doing books, which is a Hercule Poirot mystery. And also, which is not something else I didn't realise, is that these new ones are actually done by her great-grandson are the ones who's actually doing them. So he's actually interviewed, and he's involved, and he tells stories about her and what he remembers. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I found this one. So it's Agatha Christie, The Monogram Murders by Sophie Hannah, and it is a Hercule Poirot mystery. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a go because this book was mentioned on the documentary. So I'll be giving that a go after I've read my misread. Okay then, right, is there anything else? Let's look on my... No, I don't think so. So all there is left to do now, there is... I'll show you what was in the shop update on Friday. As I say, there was 6 and there's 4 left. So thank you ever so much for your support. And so anybody that's not interested in actually sticking around for the shop update, I will be back on... I might do an extra one in the week, but we'll see how that goes. I ain't saying no more. Okay then, right, so but if not, I'll be back next Monday as always. So please take care, stay safe and happy crafting. Bye. Okay then, right, so I did some cross stitch project bags because I haven't had these in my shop for a little while. And I did this one and that on the back. Inside you've got a tone on tone cream. Ooh, there it is. So there's the orange and blue one. This one has all little buttons on, and it's got a little gingham, pale pink gingham back. And I think, yep, that's it. It's got a same colour green lining. This one, I know my Rebecca would like this one, is stripy. She loves butterflies. But I've got some more of that to make a one anyway. There's that. And another tone on tone with little dots inside. And they're all got wadding in them, so they're all nicely padded. And then there's this one. Oh, I think this is lovely fabric because it actually is a metallic, see. And then I didn't put a different back because I thought this is just a lovely fabric. So I got same on the back, and then we've got a gold lining. So there's the 4. Okay, as I say, there's loads of dumpies and that. There is going to be some more project bags, fingers crossed, and some more notion bags in there hopefully this week, but we'll see how it goes because it is a busy week this week. So but if not, they'll be there next week anyway. Okay then, right, so I am going to be off. As I say, you might see me in the week. We'll see how things go. So because I've got I'm out on Wednesday, so I'll probably hopefully take you with me. And then next week I'm out, I think it's Monday as well, so I'll probably, yeah, I'll work that one out. So yeah, what I'll probably do is record on the Sunday, upload on the Monday, and then put an extra one in the week for what happens on Monday. So yeah, there's a lot going on. And I've got to be up here and try and do some sewing. Okay then, right, so I'm going to love you and leave you all. So please take care, stay safe and happy crafting. Bye.